And we use the
Because
phone.
after all, two have become one.
You dey vex?
Yes, I did provoke. It is not the phone that is causing problems in your marriage.
It is the
It
trust.
is the trust. It is that you don't trust
Lack
your
of
spouse.
trust. Yeah.
Lack of trust.
Why you guys hit me? What did I do?
Lack of trust. Okay, we're talking about privacy and secrecy, right? So what we're saying is that privacy, no issues. But secrecy
There's an issue.
is an issue. We need to share and be able to balance it.
The two.
So we know what the difference is.
Like Balenciaga.
Balenciaga. Oh, what a coincidence. We need to balance like Balenciaga. What's yours is mine, what's mine is yours. So your phone is mine, your social media is mine. Do you know that I was wait,
You were thinking, you asked me,
bro,
Abby, is there somebody else? Out.
so I upgraded her ring.
Upgrading my ring,
You know,
but
I'm not a believer in phone snooping. We have been able to convince
Yes.
you and not confuse you that you should drop that phone and have a conversation with your spouse.
Ojoojúmọ́ ni màá ṣọpẹ́ fún ìfẹ́ tèmi, ọ̀rẹ́ mi olólùfẹ́ mi, ọpẹ́ ló tèmi. Diamond girl, African baby, ọpẹ́ ló.
Hey
guys.
people,
Welcome back to our channel.
how y'all doing?
How y'all doing?
What's going on? You keeping well? All right. How you enjoying the cold? You keeping warm?
Baby, not everyone is from the cold.
Oh, for some of us, you know, we're in the
Some people are in Jamaica.
enjoying the nice
Some
sunshine.
people are in the
and
Caribbean.
yeah. I can't do the accent. Don't worry.
And
So, welcome back, guys. I go by the name Ayo,
I'm Ope.
and together we are called
Ayo, Ope.
One United. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you're new to the channel, where have you been? All right, now is a good time though. Happy New Year to you. All right, subscribe please and like this video because this video will bless you. Okay?
Yeah.
We are certified marriage and relationship coaches. Been married 11 years, okay, but 12 years very soon.
Very soon.
Okay, and we've blessed with 3 beautiful children, and God has been helping us on this journey of marriage. So we come on here to share our story.
Yeah.
Come on here to share our experiences. We do a little bit of teaching, a little bit of coaching here and there, and counseling. Okay, so if you need coaching, if you need counseling, reach out to us. It's coaching at ayookbedavis.com. And if it's counseling at ayookbedavis.com. Be sure to follow us on Instagram. It's Love Lasting Relationships.
Yep.
All right. And yeah, just engage with us.
Yeah,
engage with our content.
We're all about positive vibes.
Positive vibes.
Good vibes.
Good vibes.
And just to encourage, that's good, baby. That means you're becoming more like me, because that's something that I usually would have done. I love it for you.
I don't like that.
But anyway, as my husband said, we come on here to show you or share with you that with work, determination, and God at the center, you can have a beautiful and blissful marriage.
I love that. WDG. Work, determination, and God. You can have the marriage of your dreams.
You're right.
And that's what we preach on here. Okay? So, all of the
preliminaries done.
done. Okay.
Housekeeping.
Done.
Emergency exit. No, don't exit. Oh, stay here.
Stay here and watch this video to the end and watch the ads as well. So what are we talking about today?
So today we are continuing in our series of What's Yours Is Mine.
Okay.
And today specifically we're talking about the phone.
Your phone.
Your phone.
And
you
the
know that
title
little
is-
thing?
And the title is really Privacy versus Secrecy. Okay?
Where do we draw the line?
Where do we draw the line?
Where's that boundary?
Where do we draw the boundary? Okay? Is there any such thing as privacy in a marriage?
And we use the
Because
phone.
after all, two have become one.
You did vex.
Yes, I did provoke. After all, two have become one.
True.
So why should you be having private time and privacy.
The thing is, it hones in specifically on this phone matter. That's the one that's the problem.
This
because
phone-
anything else, I think you're okay with me using your socks now. No, seriously.
This phone thing is causing issues in marriages.
It's causing problem.
It's causing problems. So this technology, this device is causing issues. But guess what? If this device is causing issues, then get rid of the device. Maybe.
If your
Anyways,
eye is causing you to sin, pluck out.
that's what the Bible says. That it doesn't mean that you should really remove the eye, just in case somebody is thinking. But let us dive into the video proper, right? Okay, and yeah. So again, in all seriousness, okay. So we want to talk about privacy. So first of all, let's answer that question. So is there any such thing as privacy in a marriage?
To an extent.
To an extent.
I agree to an extent.
How do you mean? What do you mean?
I mean, if you're doing a number 2, I'm going to give you your privacy. For my sake and
Fair
yours.
enough. Yeah.
You'll give you your privacy.
So I think, as we said in the part 1 of the series, right? Marriage is the coming together of two people.
Yes.
All right. So whilst you have become one, or you are becoming one, because it takes a very long time to actually become one. Some people think, oh, immediately you get married, you have become one. No, it doesn't happen the first year.
It's even in that year that you move apart the most.
Exactly.
And then you get drawn
because you
together.
will fight, there will be a lot of friction and all that. So it takes a while to actually get each other, understand each other, and where you now feel like, okay, we have actually become one.
Yeah.
But what I'm now saying is, in as much as we are one, you need to understand that you are still...
Any excuse to touch me.
You're my wife, why not? In as much as you're one, you need to understand that you are two different people.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right? Two different people, two different backgrounds, two different personality types a lot of the time. Okay? So you're different. All right? And because you're different, you're actually unique. Okay? So I am a unique person. She is her unique person. So going back to the first question that we're answering, yes, there is such thing as privacy.
In a marriage.
In a marriage. Understand that. Very important. There is such thing as boundaries in a marriage.
Yeah.
Very important. So let's dive further. Okay, let's go deeper. Now, when you talk about privacy, sometimes it could even be your work. Okay? So some people have jobs that do not permit them to share information.
Yeah, to disclose information. Yeah.
You cannot disclose information about the context of your job, let alone about the people in your job. So you cannot share information because it's personal information, right? It's personal data, or it's company data, or it's secret service. Do you understand? Yeah. And you are not allowed to share such information. And because you're not allowed to share such information, no one is allowed to actually
access your device
without your consent. All right, unless you give them consent.
However, to counter argue that, some would say that's work phone. What about personal phone?
Sometimes you have work phone, you have personal phone. Sometimes one phone is the work phone and personal phone, isn't it?
So let's look at the personal phone now.
Yeah.
Let's look at personal phone.
So let's look at personal phone, right? So what is the reason why? So by the way, let us say this very carefully. We have passwords on our phone, and we know our passwords.
Yeah.
Okay? And that's how we choose to operate. We're not saying this is how you must operate, but that's how we choose to operate. Okay? So there's one or two things I want to set the scene for.
Yeah.
Number one, so what is the purpose of passwords?
To protect your phone.
To protect your phone from
intruders, thieves,
thefts, hackers, right? Because people would literally hack into your phone and get your data and steal your money, whatnot. So the reason why you put a password is so that
protect.
Yeah, a third party cannot gain access into your phone. Now, if you are putting a password on your phone because you are protecting or hiding the information from your spouse, there could be a fundamental issue there.
Yes. So it goes beyond looking through my phone, looking. Yeah, it goes basically to I don't trust you.
I don't trust you. And now this is the issue in marriages. The reason why this device is causing problems in marriages is not the device is not the problem.
Yeah.
The problem is a trust issue.
Within the marriage, yeah.
Are you getting what I'm saying? So it's not a phone issue. So a lot of the time, people are focusing on the phone is the problem. The phone is not really the problem. The trust
is the cocoa of the matter.
Is the problem. Right? Some people, there's so much distrust in the marriage that they follow you into your dream to go and search things. Do you understand? Some people, there's so much distrust or mistrust, which one is the correct one, that they go and do voodoo to be able to monitor you from afar.
From afar.
So the phone is not really the issue. It is not the phone that is causing problems in your marriage.
It is the trust.
It is that you don't trust
Lack
your
of
spouse.
trust. Yeah.
Lack of trust.
Why you guys hit me? What did I do?
Lack of trust. Okay.
But
so,
in saying that, so let's bring it back in. Have you ever? Because we are very free with our phones. Like, extremely free. Extremely free. Very free.
Yeah, we're very free with our phones because again, we've shared it before, isn't it? When we pick up my phone, she would use my phone to take pictures of herself. And I'm thinking, we have the same phone. As a matter of fact, your phone is better than mine because you've got the 24, I've got the 23. But Okwemi will still take my phone, all right, to take pictures. No issue, right? I just leave her because apparently, I think the time I put it on Instagram one time like that, it's a common thing that women do, or wives do, right? And I'm thinking, why you have your own phone? Why are you touching my phone? But again, no biggie. So yes, we are very free with our phones.
Yes.
And we have the passwords to our phone, and we know the passwords to our phone.
To each other's
We
phone.
know the passwords to each other's emails.
Yeah.
To each other's phones. To each other's bank cards. Everything that has to do with personal information.
Yes.
All right. Yes.
So in saying that, has there been a time where my phone, you were like, why are you being secretive with your phone?
So obviously, I think we've had our own fair share of. So now we're talking about privacy and secrecy, right? So what we're saying is that privacy, no issues, but secrecy,
there's an issue.
Is an issue.
Yes.
Are you getting it? And we need to share and be able to balance it.
The two.
So we know what the difference is.
Like Balenciaga.
Oh, what a coincidence. So we need to balance it like Balenciaga. Now, so if you're keeping secrets, right, which means you're hiding,
then there's a
from your spouse,
problem.
then there's a problem. But if you are keeping things private, there's no problem because some people like their privacy. And that's the reason why, guess what? Again, this thing is not just phone.
But even that privacy has to be managed, baby. You still have to be carried along.
Absolutely. But I was going to say that this thing is not just phone. You know another thing that is causing problems?
What?
Social media. My wife does not post me. My husband does not post me. My husband does not like my post.
My husband does not tag me.
He does not tag me on my birthday. And husband is saying, I like to keep things private. I don't want my social media, or I don't want to be tagging my wife on social media.
But that one, I have
we need to deal with that one.
I have a little bit of a problem with that.
So what we always tell couples is, excuse me, if your wife likes you to post her, by all means, unless you have another wife somewhere else.
Yes.
Post her.
Who are you hiding from?
If it's a different case if you don't have Instagram. If you have Instagram and you're active on Instagram and you decide that it's your wife's birthday and you're not posting her, it's because you have side chick somewhere. In fact, there's nothing on your profile that makes it clear that you're a married man. Because you're still living single. And that's the issue. And that's why your wife is feeling insecure.
Somehow, yeah.
Or that's why your girlfriend is feeling insecure because she's saying you don't post me. And guess what? There's also women too that don't post. Because you're very active, you like everybody's post, but you don't want to post your husband, you don't want to post your boyfriend. It's because you have multiple boyfriends and you don't want to cancel. We're catching you.
Unless maybe this is, if it's an agreement between the both of you.
Good.
To put a smiley face on their face so nobody can see their face.
To cover. Oh my God, I so much dislike that thing.
Unless it's an agreement between both of you, I really don't like that.
I so much dislike you post your boyfriend, you now put smiley face to cover his face.
Then don't post.
Then don't post.
No, be by force.
And that's what we're saying. So if you want to keep it private, keep it private. Don't bring it into the public space, because social media is public. Do you understand?
For public consumption.
Social media is for public consumption. That's why anything that we bring onto YouTube, again, we have made it public.
True.
And the fact that we've made that information public, anybody can do
anything goes.
With what they want, you can do with the information what they
You might not like it. You might not like it, and that's probably why you have to be extra careful when you're posting children.
Extra careful.
Or personal information, because it can go anywhere.
Very important. So let us go back to the gist now, right? So what's yours is mine, what's mine is yours. So your phone is mine, your social media is mine, right? I need to have the password of your Instagram and your Twitter, because I want to be able to read your DMs.
Baby, you haven't gone back to the question.
That's what they say. So what's the question? Sorry, we're just talking. What's the question?
Question was, has there been a time where...
Has there been a time? Good. So the reason why I was saying that is because the times where...
Times?
I think it's been times, isn't it?
What? I've kept my phone secret from you?
Yeah. Okay, the one time that I remember you kept your phone secret from me, obviously, was because you were planning a surprise for me. Don't know, should we tell the story? Or have we told the story before?
That period.
This woman was planning it. In fact, we're not married yet, too. Do you know that I was... Wait,
you were thinking...
Oh!
You asked me,
bro,
Abby, is there somebody else?
I was having second thoughts, man. I was thinking, oh, man.
And the funny thing is, your brother was around then, and he was. The
question is, has there been a time where you were hiding your phone from me? And the answer is yes. Okay. And this time, guess what? So Okwemi was planning a surprise birthday for me. There was one thing about Okwemi and her family when we initially met. They used to do a lot of surprises.
I love a good surprise.
Surprise party, surprise Sunday, surprise, oh, somebody got back from uni. It was just every reason to celebrate. And I was thinking, these people like party too much. Anyway, I became the surprisee rather than the surpriser when Okwemi decides she wanted to surprise me for my birthday. Now, we were so close, right, that we used to talk all the time, guys. If you've not watched our old videos where we talked about our dating season and our courtship, we used to talk every day. We used to we were just into each other.
Yeah.
Now this
Why
period,
are you saying were? Like we don't.
Well, we still are.
Are you not on it anymore?
I'm on it like a bonnet.
No, I'm on it like Sonic.
On it like a bonnet. Anyway, whatever. I'm on it. But so what happened was she was doing the surprise and I felt like she was being a bit distant. And she was being a bit secretive.
I was busy.
She was being a bit secretive, like, she was just moving funny.
No.
And she was moving funny, and this had happened for like a week or two. So a couple of days before my actual birthday, I had to call her.
You called me. I couldn't believe it.
And I'm like, what exactly is going on?
That's what he said. So I don't understand. I just don't understand. You're not available. You just cut my calls.
And so you cut my calls, and then you were always quick to jump off the phone, like, oh, I cannot speak right now. And I'm thinking, it's me or your husband to be, like, you don't want to talk to me. Like, there was always excuses for not wanting to speak to me and everything. And sometimes we'd be together, she would go away to take a call. And I'm thinking,
maybe that was too funny. Yes.
I'm like, what's going on? Unbeknownst to me, she was planning a surprise. Obviously speaking to the vendors, speaking to my brothers, her sisters, and everyone else who was planning the surprise with her. And because of that, she had to hide her phone.
Had to keep it on a low key.
From me. Okay? So again, that was a good reason to hide the phone. All right? So unless you are doing something like that, I'm planning a surprise. Again, we've had something similar, isn't it?
And I was going to say something... Because whilst we're saying that this was many years ago, before we got married, this still actually happened recently on our 10-year anniversary when we're going to DR. And I just noticed my husband was moving funny, holding his bag to his chest.
You lot are moving mad.
No, he was really moving funny, holding his bag. Like, normally me, I help him to hold his bag. Like, oh, baby, you're doing something. Let me help you. And he's like, no, just leave my bag. I was thinking, I said, it's something going on. I even had to accuse him because he held his phone tight.
I held my phone. Because
he held it
during
tight.
this period, like, emails were popping up and
Because basically he had got me this new ring.
That ring. Show them the ring.
Just in case you haven't seen it.
So I upgraded her ring.
Upgraded my ring. But Ayo was moving. I was like, what's going on? Even when we got on the plane, I was like, if you're going to continue like this, I'm not going. I was really upset. And then he was like, baby,
and I was like,
trust me.
Exactly. Trust me. So it all comes down to trust.
It does.
All right?
It does.
This whole phone thing, right? So again, you should be able to allow your spouse to be able to see your phone. But now the question is, again...
But baby, just before you go there, because really and truly, it was possible for you to find a way to get my phone and snoop. Just like
exactly.
It was possible for me to find a way and get your phone and snoop.
And
but
guess
what did you do? We do first. We didn't do that. We communicated how we felt.
How we felt. Very important. So I'm not a believer in phone snooping.
That's very weird.
Right?
I feel like
jobless. You have so much time on your hands. In fact, I've not even finished looking at my phone. I'll now go and be carrying my wife's phone.
17,000 pictures I've got in my phone.
Bro,
17,000.
Do you know how many emails I have on my email?
No, baby, your emails annoy me. No, it's too much.
So I had to hide my phone that period because obviously I was liaising with the jeweler and I didn't want you to see any of those messages or any of my texts or any of them. And we had the conversation to say, obviously when I gave her the surprise and I told her this is the reason why I have been hiding my phone for the last 3 weeks or 1 month.
I said, but you could have told me.
How would I tell you? So again, don't go and start looking at phone and then get yourself, it's either you're surprised or you're shocked.
Or you're surprisingly shocked.
Do you understand? Or you're surprisingly shocked. Again, I'm like, what exactly are you looking for? So have a conversation about how you feel. Okay, I feel like with this phone you're being dodgy. We've seen so many skits on Instagram. We've seen so many stories where somebody is in the shower and then the phone rings and then the guy comes out of the shower because he doesn't want his wife to pick up his phone. So those are the issues, right? If your wife cannot touch your phone and you get so angry, or your husband cannot touch your phone, you get so angry, you carry your phone everywhere, you carry your phone to the toilet. When you want to sleep, you put your phone inside your pants, you put it inside your bra.
And you know the funny thing is, one thing that people used to say that used to really irk me, but now I understand it better now that I'm married, is if you are you'll find what you're looking for. And when I was like much younger, probably before marriage, I used to think, well, that's quite insensitive to say. Why would you say they'll find what they're looking for? But really and truly, that's what it boils down to. Because you're at a point where you're looking for something, you will not be satisfied until you find
something.
That
and the thing is that sometimes there's context to everything. Do you understand? But let's not even dive into that just now, okay? But for the purpose of this video, okay, even as we begin to wrap up, it is important. Let me even draw a balance here, right? So if your spouse or your significant other, right, feels the need to go through your phone behind your back, it tells me something. It tells me that you're either being secretive with your phone or you're not being transparent with your phone and your transactions. So that's something for you to check.
Yeah.
Right? If you are the one whose phone or Instagram is being snooped or checked, right? Now, if you are the one who is going to look for their phone and look for their Instagram, again, there's also a fundamental issue.
Yeah.
Right? Is it your lack of trust of this person? Has this person hurt you before? Are you carrying the baggage from your previous relationship? Because the last relationship, they did some bad things to you.
And you feel like because you didn't snoop, you didn't get it on time.
So now you're checking and you're checking and you're giving yourself high blood pressure.
Yeah.
So these are some of the conversations that you should have as a couple, whether you're married or you're dating or you're engaged, whatever stage you are, right? You should not constantly be having this fight about phone or no phone or Instagram or no Instagram. It comes down to trust. So let me say it this way, right? You need to talk about it. Okay, you need to tell each other about your plans, about your activities. Where are you going?
What are you
doing? All right. it just opens the door of communication
and accountability as well,
Accountability.
especially if you've been in that stage before where trust has been broken.
Exactly, and you need to now rebuild trust. So very important that you talk about it. You tell your story, you tell about your plans, okay? And then over time, right, your story will be tested. Okay, so the talking about it, the telling, and then there's the test. Okay, now if your test proves to be positive, all right, then you are building equity of trust in that emotional bank account, in that love bank account.
So when you're saying tested, in the sense that the same situation might occur again.
Oh, absolutely, all the time.
On both sides.
All the time.
So on the person who's checking the phone, you might have the opportunity, the phone might be there, bam, unlocked, and it'll come to you, just check his phone, check his phone. It'll come to you, just check his phone, check his phone. He's done nothing wrong, or there's nothing that's made you suspect, but because it's there, there's an inner rebellion in you, even though you've agreed with each other that you're not going to be checking phones.
That you're not going to be checking phones. So again, don't fail the test, okay, when that test shows up. So with time, right, your positive test, as I said, would give you positive results and add equity and add trust into your love bank. Are you getting what I'm saying? So it is important that, again, you're transparent. So the more you talk about it, the more you let them know what you're doing, where you're going, who you're with, right, the more trust you build, the more deposits of trust you're putting in there. And as you pass this test, okay, where you are showing and you're showing that, listen, I'm not hiding anything, right, there will be the probability that they want to go and check your phone will be a lot more reduced. And if that is,
they'll start giving benefit of the doubt.
They give benefit of the doubt.
He wasn't. There's an explanation to that. You'll start giving reasonable. That person will even give explanations on your behalf.
But the moment you say that you are in North London, but somebody saw you in South London, you have failed the test. So the next time this person wants to check that, are you really in South London, or are you in Africa? Do you know that I've seen where couples, somebody has traveled outside of the country and then says, I'm in North London, but this guy was actually out of the country. Doing only God knows what. So these are the issues. So as long as you're transparent, you're talking about it, you're communicating about it, you are passing those tests, you build trust. And once you can build trust, your relationship will stand the test of time. Okay, so many T's here, but I want you to remember, when you talk about time, you talk about your relationship, you talk about the test, you talk about transparency, you talk about trust, you talk about telling your stories and talking about it, right? That's the communication. All of that, right, helps to build trust, which ultimately helps your relationship to thrive. Very important, okay? And I think with these few points of mine, I have been able to convince you, we have been able to convince you and not confuse you, that you should drop that phone and have a conversation with your spouse. Can we sing our welcome song to welcome our new subscribers? Hopefully you're subscribed, okay? Again, if you need coaching, maybe you're dealing with this phone issue, you need coaching, you need counseling, reach out to us, okay? We have so much experience, okay? And we'll be able to help you navigate this very well and to help you overcome the issue that you're currently dealing with. Let us sing our welcome song to welcome our new subscribers. 5, 6, 7.
We're glad you came.
We welcome you. We hope you learn a thing or two
as you join us on this journey through marriage, faith, and life.
We are glad you came. We welcome you.
We hope you learn a thing or two as you join us on this journey through marriage, faith, and life.
And marriage, faith, and life say.
Marriage, faith, and life.
And marriage, faith, and life say.
Marriage, faith, and life.
Marriage, faith, and life say. Marriage, faith, and life. God bless you guys. We love you.
But God loves you more.
We shall see you in the next video.